Boss called me into his office the other day. He said, Joe, we need to talk about this Halloween party that you're planning. I hate to break it to you, but this year, Halloween is canceled. I said, boss, who are you to stand in the way of 2 years of tradition? Also, you don't have any authority. You are not the Great Pumpkin, our Gordon Savior. He said, Joe, need I remind you that last year's Halloween party was a complete disaster. The theme that you all decided on was dress as your greatest fear. I said, boss, you don't need to remind me. I remember. He said, Joe, this isn't funny. Damn near all of you came dressed as something offensive, culturally insensitive, or just plain racist. I said, boss, that's not true. Arthur is legitimately afraid of pointed-headed ghosts. Trust me, I read his dream journal. Although I guess it was kind of offensive because he had blackface on underneath his costume. He said, Joe, are you fucking with me? Arthur is black. I said, boss, you're overreacting. Not everybody came dressed as something offensive. I mean, there were 3 people who were dressed as Elon Musk, and there was one person who I thought was Mark Zuckerberg, but it turns out, no, they were just dressed as a lizard, and they happened to be on the spectrum. He said, Joe, let's talk about your costume. You came dressed as a stormtrooper, but not from Star Wars. And that uniform looked incredibly authentic. How much did you pay for that? I said, pay for it? No, that was a family heirloom. I found it in my grandfather's garage. And my greatest fear is generational trauma, ancestral shame and guilt. He said, Joe, we need to remember that when we're here, we're like a family. We need to be more mindful and treat each other as such. I said, oh, we're like a family now. Well, I'll have you know that the love triangle going on in accounting is very taboo, and it's doing it for me.